Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is...
Chris Weir! I'm here whenever, buddy. You show up, I'll probably be here. I live here.
You live here?
I live in the Fart Dungeon. Thanks a lot, Nasty Nation, for coming over.
There it is.
It's been a while.
I was about to say, did you forget about Nasty Nation?
No, I never forget about Nasty Nation. It's always in the forefront of my mind.
There it is. You love to hear it.
Yeah.
Never not thinking about Nasty Nation.
How was your week, pal?
It was great. So work, and then Friday went to the Unheard of shoe release.
What's that all about? I'm not in the shoe world.
Oh, dude, I'm in the shoe game.
Lay it on me.
Yeah, I got invited to the event where they were doing a drop. Like, Unheard of is a skate shop, downtown, skate shoe shop.
Is this like an invite-only situation?
It was on Friday.
Do they send you, like, in the mail, like a golden tongue for a shoe?
Yeah. They sent me the golden ticket. It was a 10. It fit perfectly.
Oh, nice.
It was so cool. And, yeah, it was like a really cool, well-thought-out, like, design. It had a lot of heart to it. And the story behind it's great. And it's cool to see, like, local companies get cool collabs like that.
Yeah.
Like, the shoe was featured in Complex and got some really nice write-ups. And the event was great. A lot of just like the attention to detail. It was just astounding. It was very cool.
That's cool. I'm trying to appreciate shoes more. Did you say it was a Nike event?
Adidas. I was walking through Kohl's, as every Midwesterner I think does every week. Kind of reset your circadian rhythm, walk through a Kohl's every once in a while. I was walking by the shoe section, and I was walking by some Nikes. I still don't feel cool enough to rock Nikes. I want to. I'm going to get a pair. It just feels like when I associate that always with the cool kid, that just seemed like they just priced me out a little bit. So I would do Adidas. I would do something a little bit below. Okay.
I think I'm eventually going to get some Nikes.
I think now with mentioning Kohl's Midwest. Maybe some Air Monarchs are for you. They're in your future, dude.
Yeah, they for sure are. I'm really embarrassed about how many pairs of white shoes I have upstairs that are just essentially the same version. I have two of the exact same pair, just a half a size off.
Yeah. Hey, when you feel like your feet are swollen like you're a pregnant woman?
Yeah, I was like, I want to treat myself right. I want to wear the 11s today. Let the boys breathe.
Let them breathe. I'm taking out the weekend cruiser.
Yeah, man. That sounded like fun.
That was great. And then Saturday I had a gig up at in Green Springs, Ohio.
Oh, baby.
It was a fundraiser for a firehouse.
Okay.
Which, northern, you think a little outside of Toledo in the woods. Mm-hmm. Good old boys. You're like, man, it's going to be rough. Mm-hmm. But I show up. I get into the back of the parking lot. Giant fucking industrial smoker.
Oh, your people.
My folks.
Yeah.
Immediately, I walk up and I took Connor with me. I was like, hold on, I got to check this thing out.
See what they're working with.
I got to scope it.
Check the specs.
Dude, it was this tall. It had a couple stacks. It had a bunch of small doors and tons of little rooms, little adjustments and shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, this is the real fucking deal. Mm-hmm. Get in. They smoked pork butt, chicken, smoked mac and cheese, smoked green beans.
Wow.
Mashed potatoes, full spread. Met the chef.
Yeah.
Who was also a firefighter.
I'm imagining you shaking hands with a firefighter version of you. It's just like your doppelganger.
It was pretty close. Dusty blonde hair, built like me, goatee.
Yeah.
Sounded the same. Yeah, it was pretty much Bizarro Country Billy.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Another rib baron. That's cool.
No. It's pork butts.
Just pork butts.
Pork butts and chicken. That's what I've mastered.
Okay, fair enough. Ribs, that's an entirely other beast, I'm sure.
Oh, come on. Big beast.
It really is. It's a new animal for what I'm concerned with.
And, yeah, dude. And they were so nice.
Nice.
On board with everything. They cleaned out the bay where they had the trucks, and then they had an actual stage for us.
Nice.
Somebody spray painted a brick wall and put Green Springs Fire Comedy.
Nice.
It's we've been doing this 3 years in a row.
Hell yeah.
And this is we're trying a fall one to see how it goes, and looks like it's good.
150 people. It was great. It was, and they were, there was no restrictions. They were like, let it rip.
Yeah.
So fun.
Here's this time I set a house on fire. Did you get to go down the pole?
I did not. There was no pole. They were all volunteers.
Okay.
And my dad's a paramedic. And I grew up in a firehouse as a kid because when he was a volunteer in EMT, so like the firehouse down the street from us, I spent a lot of time in there.
Yeah.
That's like where I learned boobs were really cool.
I'm sure.
Where I learned the phrase cushions for the pushing, and like where I asked people for change to get Mountain Dew.
Nothing about fire safety.
No, nothing at all. Just some disgusting shit.
I can play a mean ping pong though.
Oh, pool. They had a pool table.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to tell the story about how one time my dad used to run the fish fry, and one time I ate 12 pieces of fish, 4 orders of fries, and 6 hush puppies, and then went upstairs and threw up in the shower at the firehouse.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got a 4-alarm up in the upstairs. Someone upchucked.
Oh, looks like we got another little fucking Billy problem going around. Me going with my button-up Hawaiian shirt, flat top, cargo shorts, just waddling up the steps like, oh.
I made another
Oh, it's just all tartar. Oh.
That sounds like fun. Dude, sometimes like those shows where you're going into it, like you go to like a Moose Lodge or something, you're like, this is going to be fucking awful. But sometimes they are just so on board for everything and they're so respectful that like, you can't. Because a lot of times it's like not your typical cities. So like these people will just all come out in that town and just pack the place out, are so thankful that you came out there and you have a great time, drink for free. Yeah. It's awesome.
I got a hotel room.
Nice.
Yeah. Hotel room and like, there was 10 minutes away from the firehouse.
Nice.
Only 2 Trump hats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is great for a firehouse.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive. Mm-hmm. It's so weird how they're so pro-union but so pro-Trump. I'm like, these things don't fucking...
They don't overlap.
They don't overlap a whole lot. And then like they hung out with us after we stuck around for another hour and a half, gave us a to-go box. It was great.
That's awesome.
It was fantastic.
You walked away with some meats and made some people laugh. That's
meats and cheddar.
Meats and cheddar, baby.
So yeah, and then Sunday watched football all day. Mm-hmm. And how was your weekend?
It was good. I did watch the Bengals game. I also watched the Barbie movie recently. I had a good time. That was super fun.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, that was so much. It was different than I thought it was going to be. I did not feel any of that negative charge stuff. If it was very light. Feminism 101 was kind of like, a bit of the forefront of the movie, but in a very light way. I thought it was great. Ryan Gosling, upsetting how funny he is.
Yeah, you can't be that hot and that funny.
Me, I'm just hot. Leave some for the rest of us, guys.
Yeah, leave some of the chuckles for us hot dudes.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on, dude. It was great. I love that. It was fun.
The way it's shot too, and like the use of color.
Yeah, it was very visually engaging, and it did feel like right away you're entering into this kind of like fantasy, like make-believe kids world. And I did get like such a big like Lego vibe from it, and then Will Ferrell's in it too, so that probably subtly had a bit of an effect. But I was laughing throughout most of it.
It's so great.
Yeah.
It's really smart. And I loved Alan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Alan's great.
It's what's his face, Michael Cera, and he has some nice moments. There's one particular scream that he does that really got me when Ryan Gosling's trying to go surf. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was like a distress scream. It's a great Michael Cera moment,
and everyone like awkwardly just stares at him.
Yeah,
and I'm Alan.
Yeah.
Did you hear this conspiracy theory?
No.
That Will Ferrell's character, that CEO, he's actually an Alan who escaped.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Well, I can see that. Maybe leave room for a number 2. Who knows?
Well, I always leave room for number 2.
You have to.
I do. Well, fuck.
Yeah, well, that was pretty much what... and I went and watched a couple comedy shows. And, it was fun. I was trying to take it easy a little bit. Went out to the Comet, saw some fun comedy and friends out there. It was a nice weekend.
That's a great weekend.
It was nice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
I don't think we even talked about Halloween. Did we do an episode since Halloween?
Yeah, we did the interview with Cash.
Oh, yeah.
With Cash Money, dude.
Yeah. That was a good one.
That was great.
And And thanks again for everyone that watched that, shared those reels or whatever. That was awesome. It was super fun to be a part of that and get all that special information.
Yeah, it was really cool. And also, I mean, I've decided I'm team wolves. So
Wolves?
I'm wolves.
I kind of like the cobras.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not typically a snake guy, but the cobras kind of got me.
Well, think about this.
Okay.
Thanksgiving weekend, that Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
That's the All-Star Showcase.
All right.
24th, 25th.
All right, we'll root for some teams.
So who do you got? Who do you got? All Baseball United All-Stars, East or West? We have to make our predictions soon.
We need to. We'll throw some down and we'll put it out there, and you guys can decide who you like. And also, they got some sweet logos and stuff too. So
yeah,
check that out.
We can also. I'm gonna build out my parlay if I can bet on it.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on. When is it going to be on like Bet365, DraftKings? That's what we need.
FanDuel is what I need.
FanDuel? Okay.
Oh, I am brand loyal.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
I know I've teased like making bets. I just never like downloaded it on my phone. Eventually I'm going to start developing a crippling habit towards gambling. Don't worry, gang.
Dude, you fucked up when I told you could have gotten an easy free $250.
I know. I just feel like there's going to be a lot more of those deals, and I just feel like once I cross that threshold, like there's no going back.
There is no more of those deals.
Like it's so hard. Like if you like booze or like any substance and you could immediately get it like that fix from your phone, that can be a devastating combination.
Oh, yeah.
With the right people.
Oh, dude, yeah. I have a friend who, like, I was standing next to him at an FCC match, and he just went, "Well, shit." I was like, "What's up, buddy?" He goes, "I just lost $600." I was like, "Okay, well."
Whoa, what happened, buddy?
Yeah, I do 5 to 10, sometimes a 20.
This is a friendly match here. What are we doing?
What are we doing? So, yeah, we're looking for a betting sponsor here, actually. So instead of talking about the downfalls.
We're all for it. It's fun.
It's great.
I love vices. That's one of my favorite things to do.
But to quote our dear friend John Holmes, the only vice I haven't tried is advice.
Very nice.
Boom. He's going to love that. We should just clip that up and be like, this is the clip for the week. Us doing John Holmes' jokes.
Check him out at John Holmes Lives.
Yeah. No reason why he says that he's living.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's still alive. Good for him.
Good for him. I think it's because he used to have it as John Holmes Lies, and we were like, you got to change that.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We're going to figure it out. Your Christmas lights are very nice.
Oh, thank you. We had somebody come and do that. There was no way I would have climbed up on the roof to put those up as meticulously. They did like the standard that they're just lining out, the house, and it looks nice, classic white, and it was pretty efficient. So I liked it.
Classic white power. I mean, white
lights. Just the right color. I mean, just the only one that you want in your neighborhood. I mean, come on. They were inexpensive.
I can tell like you live in a suburb and I live in a neighborhood that's still a part of a city.
Yeah.
Like the city. Because like I drive up and I see the lights and all of your neighbors have the lights and the inflatables.
Yeah.
But then you come and park to my house, you'll be greeted by a fucking stray dog.
Yeah.
That happened last night.
Yeah.
Because normally it's just stray cats, which that's already, those fuckers are mean. Mm-hmm. But I was walking out and I was taking friend of the pod, Tyler, home because he had a couple to drink and he looked at the Uber and it was $35 to go from my house to Mount Adams. And I was like, oh, man. I haven't drank. I'll drive you.
Yeah.
And we get outside and all of a sudden it's like, you remember the RCA dog? The dog that like... for RCA, like, speakers and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, long nose, tiny little black eyes. I walk out, and this little shit kicker runs at me. Like,
that's like a Toy Story Sid dog.
Yes.
Oh, those are the worst.
All white.
Oh.
And then I was like, I was going to reach down to pet it, and I was like, this is a stray dog.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like, I looked at his face, and it was, like, missing so much fucking hair around its eyes and stuff. I was like, is this dog a fighting dog? But he was just like... and like circled us as we walked and like would like stop in front of me. At one point got in between my legs and like looked and like barked at nothing and was like protecting me. I was like, what the fuck?
Were you a tactical dog? What's going on here?
He's like, I got your 6.
You start yelling words in German and he responds.
He's like, 9. He's like, das ist schei. But yeah, so I was just like, I have stray cats and dogs and have sometimes found empty 40s on the street. Your Christmas lights and your neighbor's lights look great.
Yeah, our Christmas lights go up November 1st in this neighborhood. If it paints a picture of this cul-de-sac.
That's right, or you get a letter from the HOA.
Yeah, it's like, could you please not do that and let the carolers give them some candy? They work really hard on those songs.
Or it's just like we have to be like, well, we have shot tracers at the end of that block and over on that one.
We're right by like the slow kids playing sign with the shotgun blast holes through it. Be mindful of those kids. They're motherfuckers.
They're motherfuckers. Mm-mm. Also, there isn't a guy at the top of my street clearly breeding pit bulls to fight. But
beside the point.
Beside the point. I do love where I live.
I do like where you live. It's fun. You got a really nice house.
I do. Thank you. It's nice. Oh, it's really nice. Gentlemen's sweep, baby.
Very nice one. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Texas Rangers. You did it.
That was a fun postseason. It was a lot of twists and turns there. Really cool. What'd you think? I mean, you were a Rangers fan. I mean, you grew up with that heritage.
I did. It's right here. In the clutch, baby. Get this sweet World Champ shirt in theclutch.com. Promo code NASTYBOYS, 10% off. And this is nice. It's on comfort colors.
I love it. That's cool.
So, it's nice. It's like already the color of my boob sweat on a white shirt.
That color's in there. Was it the natural color?
Comfort Colors calls it ivory.
Ivory.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it. But yeah, I grew up in that, spent a lot of time down there. And congratulations, Rich Burfer, friend of the pod and friend of mine who works for the Rangers. And dude, the Snakes just ran out of venom.
Yeah, it seemed that way. And they were going so hot, playing so well, playing their version of baseball, small ball, bunting, stealing, hitting runs. Great defense, just slapping the ball all around, but eventually they just kind of ran out of steam, ran out of offense, ran out of pitching. But man, it was so awesome to see what they did, and also just shows kind of a reflection on how baseball has kind of shifted this past year or so.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like the rest of what they figured out against the Phillies and were running like crazy. They stopped doing it.
Yeah,
and. There was I forget which game. I think it was the game where they won. I think it was game 4 where they lost and they had 4 errors. And I was like, this is not them.
Yeah, that was atypical for sure of them. And it definitely did seem like they weren't getting on base enough to have the steals, but definitely started tailing away from what we were used to seeing.
Yeah, I mean, then their stars kind of faded. I mean, Corbin Carroll didn't have a great World Series. That game 1, though, that was one for the books.
Yeah, that was fun. They didn't win that one, but it was a very fun, close game. It was really exciting. That was a really fun first game.
Wait, game 1? The Rangers won that one.
Right. I was talking about it looked like they were going to win, and all of a sudden they gave up a couple runs or something late. Yeah. But that was an exciting game. It wasn't a blowout like a couple of the others.
Seager hitting that fucking missile into right field and then just screaming into his bat.
Yeah, that chunked up bat with all the pine tar on it. You! That was a fun moment.
That was so he's a dude who never shows that type of emotion ever, period. And then finally just lets it rip
at the right time.
Right time, and then Adolis hitting it to walk it off over the right field wall. What was so interesting about the Rangers throughout this whole series was they kept losing people. Adolis goes out, Scherzer goes out, and they just kept going.
Yeah, it was like a platoon of people. Everyone just kept stepping up, and it was like the next man up mentality. And I think Bruce Bochy kind of also was a big tone setter for that. And it was a great team to watch win the World Series the way that they did, and with the personnel that they did. So I mean, rightfully so that they won that series.
Well, it also seems the way that they're talking about this World Series, only you and I watched it.
Yeah, how many people showed up to the Rangers celebration? You know, there was a ton of people that were out there. There was a lot of fans that got to watch a World Series that was improbable and extremely exciting.
Yeah, I mean, they were saying between 500,000 to 750,000 people showed up. And
Yeah, it was crazy. It looked like a Metallica concert.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it might not have been the most watched, but those aren't, I mean, Texas is a huge market, but Arizona, not so much of a big market.
Yeah.
Overall, I think that's kind of what you were running against. So I give it I still say it was a very entertaining World Series. So viewership for the NLCS and ALCS was up, but here's the thing: if you're listening and watching this, you don't give a shit.
True.
What those numbers are.
Yeah, it's just like baseball. You like watching it regardless. And
Yeah.
I think it'll be good too. Like, say you have the Yankees, Astros, Dodgers. Maybe give them a little bit of time to cool and have some time to appreciate, the times that you aren't, always in a World Series, always in the playoffs. It's fun and you get a little spoiled sometimes. So the next time around when they're going to be back in it, maybe the viewership will double or there'll be bigger numbers out of those markets. But honestly, I could give less than a shit about that.
I couldn't either.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want a good World Series, and a lot of people who wanted to watch a good matchup.
Oh no, the viewership is down now. Some millionaires are going to make more money.
Oh no.
That is so upsetting.
They're gonna have to sell a summer home.
Oh no, they're not going to get that extra yacht they wanted. That's horrible.
Oh man, now I can't afford these kids in cages.
My adrenochrome. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I don't give two fucks, man.
Yeah, it was great. It was great for the Rangers fans. It's great for the Diamondbacks. It was a great World Series for baseball and good baseball fans.
And it bookended it perfectly. Game 1 was great. Game 5 was great. And watching them explode. And here's the other thing, man. That front office never fucking gave up on that squad. DeGrom goes down. They're like, okay, what can we do? Even before the deadline, they're like, our bullpen is dog shit. We watched the Reds sweep them because of how bad their bullpen was. And what do? They went out and got Chapman. They went out and they got Jordan Montgomery. And I forget who the other guy they got from the Cardinals was that they put their pen. And they fucking kept going. Spores got hot. Bochy, and that pitching staff knew, when he was going to get healthy and kind of got him around, figured out the bullpen. Bochy is the master of that, especially when he was doing it in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So it was just got everything right at the right time. The front office didn't give up, made the right moves, and then their stars were stars.
Yeah.
Simeon finally turned it on games 3, 4, and 5, and Seager was Corey fucking Seager, who is on now, and no doubt in my mind, if he keeps repeating this, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you do repeat that, I can't see why you wouldn't find yourself there at the end of your career. And that was great, dude. Just seeing the plans never changed for them throughout the entirety of the year. And Bruce Bochy said, I didn't come out of retirement, just to have a good, regular season. It's the plan is to win the World Series.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was great. I thought it was a great story. Their first World Series win. It was awesome.
Yeah, they finally broke the curse. And also, Bruce Bochy has the best old man walk.
Yeah, he does. I gotta get out of here. He's just always pulling up his britches.
Yeah.
It's like he's shuffling out with slippers on.
Yeah. It's almost like he has change in different parts of his body.
Yeah.
That he's always looking for, trying to find.
Yeah.
He does the old man lean kind of forward thing, arms down, but then he's pulling up, wait, is that a quarter?
He walks was he in a war or something? What is going on there? Is he too old for the Korean War? That's strange. And his limp changes mid-walk. It's great. I love it.
And just shuffling.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't get off the couch, fished in Tennessee for nut, you goddamn pieces of shit.
What the fuck does he mean there?
Let's get off the lake. I'm so afraid.
He's scary.
He's scary, Grandpa.
He smells like walnuts.
And gunpowder?
Walnuts and gunpowder. That's the Bruce Bochy we know.
Walnuts and gunpowder, the Bruce Bochy story.
I bet she sleeps in potato sacks. I can see that. It's just a down comforter made with a bunch of Idaho potato sacks.
Yeah, you know what? He seems like a guy who would be able to quote titles and years that Three Stooges sketches came out.
I can see that.
It's the shorts. He was like, yeah, I remember the one where they all went golfing.
This is the court scene. This is, you see Larry's going to use the chalk. He's going to write down on there. And Elmo's going to sit on it. It's going to get on his butt. They're going to keep playing the tic-tac-toe game after he gets up, though. It's a classic.
And then Curly's going to build the shower into himself.
Yeah.
It'll be like a little chunky cage.
You see, the parrot heard the murder. That's why he's the one squawking up there. And this is when the jury all starts turning around. The fire hose comes out. It was a crazy, wacky one there. Anyways, I didn't come out of retirement just to stop watching my Three Stooges. Just Bruce, I don't know. We're just talking. This is a mound visit. We gotta wrap this up.
We gotta move. We're just bringing in a lefty. Bringing in a lefty. The best was also like when they wrapped the ALCS,
yeah,
and they had all the beers out, and he was standing back there, and he was pulling on his pants, being an old guy. Because it's sponsored by Budweiser.
Yeah.
But he was back there. He's like, I'll drink nothing but Miller Lite. He had like a Miller Lite, showed it to the guy.
Oh my God.
And then like pointing at the Budweiser, just being like,
I got my preference.
got my thing. I've been drinking this 48 years.
Yeah.
So, fuck, it was great. I love Bruce Bochy, man. Love those old guys. And Dusty Baker, he's done.
Yeah. Good job for Dusty. Got to go out playing on a nice, Astros team there. Went deep in the playoffs and had a great career. It's great. And he got fired up one of the last games when he got tossed. That was awesome.
Yeah, fuck him. He ruined so many good starting pitchers' careers.
Whatever.
Yeah, I just fuck him.
I understand, and especially I know Cubs fans absolutely don't really care for him.
I mean, he ruined Mark Pryor and Kerry Wood.
Mm-hmm. He looks great with those wristbands on, though. I'll tell you that much.
And you know what? He finally loosened up, and the ALCS took off those surgical gloves.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's like you got to stop baking those wings in the back, man. Get out of here.
Yeah, but I'm working on my garlic habanero.
God damn it!
Fuck!
You gotta wait. You gotta do your dry rubs before the game, buddy.
But I got my gloves.
We know,
bud. And they announced the winners for the Gold Gloves. That's always exciting. There weren't any Reds that won. There's only one issue that I have, and that is Fernando Tatis should not have won a Gold Glove for right field.
You think there should be like a stain put on that? Do you think if you get suspended, you should be out of the running for stuff like that?
Yeah, especially when it's for like performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
Kind of like cheating or whatever. Yeah, for sure, no.
It seems so weird. It's just like you're getting punished for something you did knowingly wrong, and then the same organization that punished you is saying, "Well, here, you did such a great job this year. Did you see how fucking awesome you were?
You're great.
The year that you were on your performance-enhancing drugs, you just fucking crushed it, man."
Well, I think they're giving him a Gold Glove this year. Then they're going to give him a Gold Glove the next year.
Yeah.
Because then he won't be able to use a needle.
Oh, there you go.
To put it in his body, baby.
Yeah, baby. Gold glove to match the gold running through your veins. More of a heroin thing, but and a John Prine song.
And a John, but more importantly, fuck Tatis.
Fuck them.
Yeah, dude, I just think that's such a crock of shit. But again, it's the gold gloves, and does anyone truly give a shit? Unless it's like your team,
Yeah, I mean, it's unless your player gets slighted. That's like when you get upset about that. Like I was just going through some Votto stuff and just looking at the times he should have gotten another award. He never got a Silver Slugger, right?
No, he lost to Paul Goldschmidt the year that he also got snubbed and lost by 1 vote to Giancarlo Stanton in 2017, the year of our Lord.
Yeah, that was the one I was looking at. I was like, this seems fucking ridiculous.
Dude, the fact that he walked away with nothing was just, we'll get to him in a minute. I promise we didn't forget about Joey Votto. One thing that I feel like we gotta fucking talk about this one. Mm-hmm. This is huge. This is division shifting type of move here. Craig Counsell is now the member. He's the member.
He is a member.
Let me take that from the top.
Hello. That was not bad.
Started all the way over. That was really good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. If you think you can do a better impression of me than Chris, send it in. We'll have a contest.
Nice. Yeah.
Whoever wins gets a free new Nasty Boys hat. Mm-hmm. So just tag us on Instagram, or just send us in the stories. Mm-hmm. And if you win, we'll pick the winner and you'll get a hat.
We'll get you a hat.
We'll get you a hat. Do you think that's a fun contest?
I like that. Yeah, do your best, Billy.
Yeah, do your best, Billy. Do your best. Hello, everybody.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, man. I've been working on it. I've only been doing it for 5 fucking years.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah. Craig Counsell is now the manager of the Chicago Cubs. This means a lot of things in our division, and I've got a fucking list.
He's got a list, people.
I always have a list.
What's number one on that list you got there?
The Cubs are going for it. There's no way around it. You go and you sign a guy like this, you give him a 5-year, $40 million deal. You're saying our window is wide open and it's time to win.
Yeah, and we were saying before that the Central Division in the NL is going to be a lot more competitive, and this is the sign of the times.
Yeah, it is going to happen a lot quicker than we thought.
Yeah.
Because now the Cubs feel like they got to get off the snide and spend some bucks.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel the pressure coming from us as well as some other teams. So, yeah, this is pretty exciting if you're a Cubs fan.
Ugh.
It's a little it's not what you want to see if you're a Reds fan, because it does, like Billy said, signal that they are making an effort to go for it. But, yeah.
Yeah, I think this means they re-sign Bellinger. Think they're going to really go for it and re-sign Bellinger. And I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, he was on their short list when he got here the first time and he was a free agent. Shohei Ohtani. Like, I'm going to stoke those flames for that fan base again.
Do you think they'd be willing to invest that amount of money to bring Ohtani to Chicago?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? It's not even just... So if you're looking at it from just a baseball, like, on-the-field production standpoint, you know, they're going to be like, that's incredible. But they are also thinking about the fact that, you know, they're a major city, and they can house the type of shit that he brings in. All of the tourists, the people, the revenue from advertising. Like, Anaheim, not a big city. They're a little brother to the Dodgers. Chicago, they're the big brother to the White Sox. Think about all of what they could charge. Already the second most expensive ticket in baseball.
Wow.
Imagine what they could do if they have Shohei Ohtani out there.
Yeah, that would definitely justify it, and it would take a loyal fan base and make them just way more loyal, and just breed a whole bunch of like new fans coming to, you know, the Chicago Cubs fan base.
Yeah, tons. I mean, you're bringing an entire country.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, do I think it happens? No. But does this say like, hey man, we're showing that we're in the running and that we want to win and we want to be consistent playoff appearance? Season people.
Yeah, it's something you want to do to give the appearance. If you want to be, you know, someone that's a contender for somebody like Ohtani, doing something like this will definitely, you know, get some looks and show him and give him confidence that you are trying to go in the right direction.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's an upgrade from the Angels if he goes there.
A massive upgrade. Look, I get it gets a little cold, but Bud, you're still by some water. So I want him to go because that means that Shohei would come here at least 2 series a year.
That'd be pretty rad.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And also, if they're really going for it, Cubs have been in, like, for the past couple years, or well, it started really last year, but that the Mets were going to trade Pete Alonso. The Cubs have wanted Pete Alonso. They have some prospects that could do it. This says, hey, you know what? Our window's open. We're going to go get it. We need a first baseman.
I think he'd be a good fit. They love having dumb first basemen in Chicago.
Real fucking beef boys out there.
Yeah,
dude.
real dum-dums.
And you know, it gets pretty cold there in the winter. And you know who loves the cold?
Who?
Polar bears.
Yeah!
Oh, come on. So cute. That's so cute. And also with the Mets, with their hiring, basically, a Yankees bench coach who hasn't managed in 15 years, except it was like in AAA. Like, they're just saying, like, we need a guy to just sit around here for a minute. Just, you're good. Just, we're going to keep building. Which I feel bad for Lindor, but you know what? You signed one of the richest deals in baseball. You can have a couple rebuilding years.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's fine, bud. Number 2 on this list. The Brewers are going to suck faster than we thought.
Yeah.
Like, quick.
That's fine with me. I like that. Hey.
Good with it.
Yeah.
Awesome with it. And that means Counsell's gone. Woodruff is out for the year with shoulder surgery. I think that this means the Brewers are going to trade Corbin Burns.
Think they're going to start blowing it up? That'd be nice. That'd be some more wins for the Reds, and makes our division a bit more easily to navigate. And that's not going to be easy, but that's good.
No, I mean it's the fact that like you look at Josh Hader, and they did this thing. He had a year left on ARB, and a year and a half was near the trade deadline. Traded to the Padres in the middle of a race, and they were just like, "Yeah, let's get what we can." Mm-hmm. Imagine the haul they can get for a guy 1 year removed from winning the Cy Young.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And that's enough to that can replenish and help you rebuild to continue being a mediocre, hanging around in the division, wild card, get to the postseason, losing the first round, just to continue being the Brewers.
Right.
That's what that move would do.
Okay. And I think it's about how many times we played the Brewers this past season, and how many times, I'm not sure how many games we won against them or what our record was, but I mean, I like the idea of them because they just seem to have our number and a lot of other teams' numbers this past year.
And that was because of the game planning by the front office and the game planning in hand with Craig Counsell.
Yeah.
Stearns was gone. He advised this year, basically, but he's wasn't there full day to day, but advised. So I'm sure he had a hand in that game planning, and sure as shit, Craig Counsell wasn't on that game planning and managing that. You have two major cogs of that gone. So if you're a Reds fan, you feel really good about that.
Yeah.
And most importantly, it doesn't matter that the Cubs hired Craig Counsell because the Reds are still going to win the division in 2024.
It's going to happen.
Gonna happen. They're gonna. Everyone else is gonna suck, and that's how you do journalism.
Yeah, they suck. No, I'm really looking forward to next year. I mean, we've been talking about it a lot. They're going to be a bit more seasoned. They're going to have a bit more familiarity with how to play 162. They have had time to gel, and they're going to come out with a game plan to win their division and just really show people that they do belong. And this is going to be a really, really fun time. A little unfortunate that we don't have everyone back on the roster.
And this also means they're going to do everything that we said on our list.
True.
100%. They're going to do it. But yeah, man, no, you're right. And going into this offseason, knowing that they're going to spend and they're going to do stuff, they're probably going to make some moves, which we'll get to later. It's just seeing the landslide of what was going on, just that one move, how it affects everybody else. It didn't really affect the Cardinals. It didn't really affect the Pirates. But in general, those two teams, that's a huge swap, man. That's crazy. That would be like if Mike Tomlin, who's been at the Pittsburgh Steelers for so long, a guy who's been just the definition of stability and an excellent head coach, just left and is like, I'm actually going to coach the Bengals.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild. I mean, you're taking a foundational piece and shifting it over, and you'll probably see, the immediate effects of that. But yeah, it's definitely going to be something that's going to be felt by both organizations.
Yeah, you know what? There's something that fans of this club, organization, people in the front office, people all around this organization, in it, around it, been watching it for years. We all felt something over the weekend.
They changed the recipe of the nacho cheese. I understand, Billy. It's devastating, but we need to get onto some more important matters now.
Yeah, no, we really need to thin it out so my heart processes it better.
I know.
The Reds did not pick up the option for Joey Votto. It's not. We've been saying this. I've been saying it for 2+ years. We've been talking about it all this year. We aren't surprised, but it doesn't hurt any less.
Yeah, it's sad that it finally happened. You're anticipating that Band-Aid being pulled off, and when it did, it still hurt. It still hurts, and it's sad, but you do feel there's it's a little cathartic knowing that, okay, we're going through it.
Yeah.
It's just weird thinking that, how long has it been since it's been 17 years since we watched a Reds team that didn't have a Joey Votto on it. So,
I mean, Nick Kroll's statement was great. For 17 seasons, for 17 seasons, Joey has been the heart of Reds baseball as a most valuable player, all-star, and respected clubhouse leader. His contributions to our team and his extraordinary generosity towards those in need throughout our region and beyond cannot be measured. At this point of the offseason, that's very important. Mm-hmm. At this point of the offseason, based on our current roster and projected plans for 2024, as an organization, we cannot commit to the playing time Joey deserves. He forever will be part of the Reds family, and the appropriate time, we will thank and honor him as one of the greatest baseball players of this or any generation. Now, what I think is most important, at this point of the offseason, that the door's not slammed.
Yeah, it doesn't
it's
feel
cracked
that way.
open.
Yeah, it does seem like there's a line of communication that's still there in case things shuffle out a particular way.
Yeah. And Joey knows where he's at with it. Mm-hmm. Totally. And you can tell from what our friend of the pod, C. Trent Rosecrans, tweeted out, and the one that really stood out to me, and I don't think this was in the story that he put up on The Athletic. If you haven't read it, do read it. I'm not going to be one of those guys who's going to sit here and read The Athletic to you. Go read Trent's work. It's not hard, and it's $6 a month. You can fucking afford it. Don't be a douche. He tweeted, "More Joey. Full story should be up soon. Quote, at 40 years old, a team that's about to be a championship fuck me. More Joey. Full story should be up soon. At 40 years old, a team that's about to be a championship caliber team didn't pick up the option of a guy who hit 200 in back-to-back seasons." That's a quote from Joey.
Yeah. It's pretty blunt and honest, and, of course, older in his, career and dealing with some injuries, but I mean that's the short of it right there. So I don't think he feels slighted in any way. I mean, in his own words. So yeah.
And the fact that he thinks he's like, I think I can play one more. I think I can play one more. He's been very vocal about that. I believe that he could. But the fact that he's going to be in his age 40 season, and then in September, second week of September, he'll be 41. It's a lot to ask of a guy who had major reconstruction surgery of his shoulder.
Yeah, there was definitely these moments, these pockets of, series, weeks, or a week or so where Votto looked like Votto when he first came back. That was amazing. Seeing him don the all black and then get to wear the Viking helmet for the first time. Had some spectacular moments. But being required to play, a long season seems to be outside the realm of what he is capable of at this point in his career, and of course after coming off of a big surgery. So I don't know what the future is going to hold for him. I do think he possesses the ability to play at a high caliber, but to sustain that might be challenging. But there's still, I'm sure there's going to be teams out there that may want to make an offer to him.
Sure. I mean, it's the first time in his career he's a free agent. Mm-hmm. He's never got to test those waters. So let the fish into the pond. Let him out of the pond, go in the ocean.
Let him experience it.
See what's up. See what you can get. But you know what? The pond, you can come back to whenever you want.
You know the temp.
That's nice.
Pretty warm, right? Mm-hmm.
He's never gonna play 100 games again. Mm-hmm. I see him, maybe 84 to 86 games this next season. Mm-hmm. That's just a part of it. You Father Time's undefeated, man.
Yeah, exactly. Father Time's undefeated. That's a good way to put it.
And I do like what Trent tweeted that Joey said is, as far as any sort of dissatisfaction or any slights, man, that's just noise. This has been the best.
Classic.
So
that was great. And he put out a video too, and it was awesome to see all that. And Votto just seems to be so in tune to his fans in the city of Cincinnati. So
yeah, I think that I think that they probably made an offer. He didn't like it. He's gonna go try test free agency, and then they might offer him more or whatever. But who knows? And I just I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel bittersweet. And anybody who complained about it, they were like, "Oh, how could you not bring him back?"
There's a lot of reasons.
Just tons.
I can give 20 million.
Yeah. Yeah, I can give you 13 million why. Mm-hmm. And that 13 million can be used for 1 year of a very good starting pitcher that could be used for 2 above average bullpen arms. The stuff we were missing last year.
Yeah, that's something Votto knows. He's not going to want to get in the way of like Cincinnati being able to go into the playoffs. So I think he's well aware of what potential baggage he could bring with having to cover that amount of a contract. Yep. So yeah, it's upsetting that Joey Votto is no longer a Red, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities that he could be a Red again.
Yeah. Well, you know what the sign of a great true player is?
What's that?
Knowing when to step out of the way. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I got it. Good. Totally.
Yeah.
Not going to contribute like I could. So
very selfless player.
Yes. And dude, and Joey did not want the fanfare of like a last trip around like Miggy. He's just like, I'm going to do my job and I want to hit the Eagle on the way home, get some chicken and go home.
Yeah, you guys can do all the fanfare stuff. Let me know how it goes. So yeah, it does feel very Votto-esque, especially too, like if that was his last at bat and him getting like thrown out, that was such a classic Votto thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is just another part of the Votto story that we're at right now. And we'll see what happens. He could come back. In what capacity that might be, who knows? Could be, to be a part of the coaching aspect of the Reds organization. Could be. You're going to see him in so many booths talking about baseball, doing play-by-play, color commentating. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah. It's going to be great seeing Votto come even more into himself in this stage of his relationship with baseball.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I think getting him into a booth could happen if he doesn't sign. So.
Yeah, for sure.
There it is. Something in my throat. But the Reds did bring somebody back. Breaking. This is very big news.
Yeah, lay it on us.
Big news. The Reds re-signed minor league contract and invited to 2024 Major League Spring Training Camp left-handed pitcher Jacob Heatherly. There's something. That warms the heart, Really gets us moving.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Love to see it. He was a minor league free agent at the end of the 2023 season. Cespedes Family Barbecue tweeted, been a slow burn for Heatherly, but I saw him with Dayton this year and was very intrigued. Command control remained a massive question mark, but it's big-time stuff for a left-handed pitcher. Among all MILB pitchers with 50 innings plus, his 38.2 K rate ranked 10th. And his 22.3% walk rate rated 4th. So, still a project. But, somebody the Reds drafted in 2017 and brought him back to Dayton, and it's still just depth, and it's a fucking Hail Mary.
Yeah, left-handed arm.
That's
what we got.
Left-handed depth, baby. Mariners did not extend the qualifying offer to Teoscar Hernandez, so he's officially a free agent. And that basically we can confirm he'll be a Cincinnati Red next year.
Yep.
It's in the books.
There it is.
We did it. Mm-hmm. We signed him.
Made it happen.
Yep.
Manifested.
And also, it's going to be very interesting. The GM meetings start tomorrow. We're gonna, here's my steamer, my steamer take.
Steam it on me.
Steamer take before we move along. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to see a lot more activity quicker this offseason. Mm-hmm. And I think that was telegraphed by the signing of a lot of managers early.
Okay.
Getting it done quickly, like, Mets, Cubs today, Giants last week, Guardians today. Stephen Vogt, guy was just playing baseball. Now he's the manager of the Guards.
It's wild.
Crazy. So, yeah, I mean, you got a, quick turnaround. So, and then the GM meetings, I think we're going to see some big moves even before the beginning of next year.
Okay.
So, and we'll hear Jonathan India's name a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. A lot of stuff will be coming up here, and we'll see how all these faces of these organizations kind of get reshaped over the offseason.
Yeah. It's round third and head for home. What do you got?
The Flyover Fest is happening this week, Thursday through Saturday. Come check me out. I'll be posting when the times are of when I'm performing. That's in St. Louis. Come check that out. Billy, what do you got?
November 25th, I will be opening for Felonious Monk at Commonwealth Sanctuary. Shows at 7:30 and 9:30. Come
Nice.
check that out. It's a special event. Thelonious is very funny. Hannah Rochline's middling.
Okay.
It's going to be a big show. It's going to be a good one. Thelonious, very funny fellow.
Fun.
I think that's what I have on the calendar for. I've got some stuff in December, but we're going to take a little break. You know, it's well-deserved time off. There isn't any baseball unless something happens or we book an interview.
I gotta ice my shoulder.
Yeah, I gotta rip one. Should I?
Let it out.
Oh!
Then the chair finally collapses.
And finally, the one screw just gives up.
I need a hose down this wall.
You blew it out.
I got the tarp crew comes out. Ground screw. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Tarp crew's at my house.
Yeah.
You know what's up. If you know, you know. Thank you to Sports Drink for housing the audio for this podcast. Thank you to In the Clutch. Check it out. Get the shirt. Do it up. 10% off. Nasty Boys, all caps. And anything, thank you for being my co-host.
Absolutely.
You did great this year.
Oh, thanks. It was so much fun, buddy.
Year 1 in the books.
I know. It was great. It was really exciting. We've come a long way. Thank you guys for bearing with me, getting caught up to speed. But I had a lot of fun talking baseball with one of my good buddies.
Oh, this is so sweet.
Yeah.
And guess what? I mean, you know what? Then we have a little time off, and then next thing you know it, we're going to be like, holy shit, the Reds signed Teoscar Hernandez, Sonny Gray, and out of nowhere, Josh Hader.
Yeah, it's going to be some wild stuff. All the stuff we talked about is going to come to fruition, and it's going to be a blast.
Yes, it's going to be great. Lastly, I would like to thank you for watching and listening. It means the world to us. We mostly do this for ourselves. You being a part of it helps a lot. Just kidding, Nasty Nation. We love you. It means a lot. Thank you. And yeah. I think we covered it all, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe so. Thank you, Nasty Nation. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out with us, getting weird, having fun, being silly, talking baseball, doing all that stuff. We really, really appreciate it.
Now, one last thing to say. Go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.